There are questions and they will be answered. Hello! Press the right button that time. No pink Abbey because the orange is better. I've actually said this to Landy. And no, the Abbey's not on the mod hub, it's on the 4D modding Facebook page. I have had to cheat. I have to cheat money in. Yeah, I'm not getting a pink Abbey unless it's October. Why is seed bag next to Abbey? Because I just bought Abbey and I need to get it to yard. Use John Deere in the front. Why not? You are at the main yard. Which actually means, yeah, this is the fastest way to go. On screenshot broken or is it just you? No, it's broken, possibly because I changed the name of the stream. Bear with. Properties. Refresh cache. There we go. Fixed it. Ah, Nathan TMF has actually become a member again today. 29 minutes ago, so thank you again, Nathan. Who am I? I am Dave. Who are you? Oh, it's broken on spelled pewter too. When it comes to getting an Abbey, there's no such thing as cheating. This is true. I did, however, also cheat in manure, or slurry. I cheated in 800,000 litres of the stuff. How am I? I am Dave! Reset points at the main farm. I know! Farming boy, I know. By tweaked I mean cheated. Yes! But is it really tweaky? Is it really cheating so that you can use an Abbey? That is the real question. I've seen more 191s in bloody farm sim now than I have in real life. That command doesn't work, pal. Not at the moment, anyway. It is not at the main farm for you, farming man, because you're on version 1. I'm on version 1.1. I am on the update, thanks to Mr. Oxygen David himself, who sent it to me, was it yesterday? Monday. So I am actually on a non-public version of the map. It's actually doing an extended version. I think he'd like to. Mods for multiplayer, there you go. The update, no, the update isn't out yet, guys. It's still being tested. But, all in good time, guys, all in good time. Where is the slurry point on the map? I wish to withdraw some slurry for slurry purposes. Oh, that's really awkward to get to. Wow. Okay. This is not a big yard. This is a lot tighter than I would have expected. Extended version would be nice. It would. I don't know if Giants would allow it, but it'd definitely be nice. There we go. 800,000 litres of slurry in storage. Fahy just likes tight yards. That makes him happy. Hey, Jake. Ooh, I almost forgot. Deutz! Continue? Question mark? Continue! Chance to be mad to turn down something from Moxie? It depends on what kind of precedent they want to set. Honestly, like, they might not want to set a precedent of people being able to upload, like, multiple versions of, That Deutz is a droop snoot. Hello, Kim. Apparently there's something on mouse control and I'm not sure what. I can hear a noise, but I'm not seeing anything moving. Oh, it's for the boom version. Hey, Oxy. In true Irish manner, the slurry is going on what's going to be a grass field. The map's this good, more can only be better. This is true. There we... I'm not 100% convinced by the slurry... Okay, from this angle the slurry texture looks a lot better. Not entirely convinced by the sun is shining brightly down onto the slurry texture. Does BJ pay out at midnight, or are you just... I must pay out at midnight then, Stu. Lots of beacons. In real life, like, Abbey's Predators do have just insane numbers of beacons on them. It's kind of hilarious. If it's with the update, yes, it is going to be the same map, just with some bug fixes and tweaks. But I think in time, Oxy is mulling over the idea of doing an extended version. Thought you smelled something? Yeah, many cheats were involved in getting this Abbey working. Hey, Ethan. And I'm Farmer, hello. Dusty Day. How'd you break your phone, Bradley? No extended, please. You don't want more of a good thing, FS Gaming? They need the beacons because Abbey Orange is hard to see. This is actually my favorite shade of orange because I'm not entirely sure that it's not actually red. Your non-existent cows produce much slurry. Thing is, that's the only slurry I'm ever going to cheat in. The cows will have to keep up after this. A long time since you got a stream. The streams are on every day, same time. Or most days, same time. Dengar, it gets better because I have put the correct number plate on it. Whoa, that was too close. How did I get an Abbey? GS cheat money? How did I get 800,000 liters of silage? XML cheats. XML tweaks. But they're cheats that I'm going to stand behind because, to me, cheating to get an Abbey is not cheating at all. I'm enjoying, by the way, how the textures behind the LODs are a bit confused as to what on earth is actually happening. I don't think there's an LOD for seeded ground with slurry on it. There'll be hours spreading slurry on this field, but with an Abbey, it'll be fine. Plus, I genuinely don't mind. The whole point of this stream is, let's use the Abbey. You realise, FS Gaming, that an extended version of Marwell would be basically a completely different map, right? Back and forth a lot. Yeah, but it's a field that's near to the trigger, so I don't mind. now Septipus decided to... Yeah, Septipus is stupid. That's why I got Yanis bot to bot things. Yeah, this is the reason that I don't mind using the Abbey, is the slurry point is just over that hill. Um, 1174, have you put in a dirt mod? There's a dirt mod that screws with MTA, apparently. Does Yanisbot bring donuts? Well, no, but it's still better than Fahy, who just buys donuts and then eats them. And teases me about said donuts. Yeah, somebody was saying there was a dirt mod that conflicted with MTA. I don't know if it's the real dirt color or if it's something else. But from what I'm seeing here, real dirt color does not conflict for me, at least. There we go, we've got almost a full headland done. You could fit in probably 10 or 12 extra fields if there was an extended version. Real Dirt color. Does it still have a couple of conflicts in the new version of Real Dirt? Because I know they did do a new version to fix the conflict with the big bags. Fahy, I would not complain about rich teas. I love rich teas. Who did I get the Abbey off of and where? I got it off CD Models on 4D Modeling's Facebook page. Also, Oxy, I'm just gonna complain now. You are evil with this slurry point. You are very evil. I love it. Let's run over the world's strongest bucket. We're lurking. Hey, CD. What's the actual name for slurry in the XML? Liquid manure. No, it's called slurry now. It used to always be called liquid manure. I'm so glad that it's now called slurry. Laser, we don't deal with impersonators here. Hey, Fazy. Slurry pit is just to test me. Hello, you boy. Boom glitch, boom pipe glitches in this thing. Didn't add it on. I don't know. Does the boom pipe glitch? I don't see many Abbey nurse tankers, so I don't generally add the boom pipe. I usually see them in pretty much this configuration, with the top fill and pipes and stuff. Why won't? Okay, guys, calm down about the extended version. There's no confirmation the Giants would or would not allow it. It's just a thought experiment for now. Okay? We actually have no confirmation the Giants wouldn't allow it. You know, Laser, with all of your campaigning yesterday to get him banned in Landy's stream, you're doing a really good job of trying to get yourself banned here with that language. Yeah, an extended version would just be giving Oxy a blank check to redo the map in a huge way. With many save game breaking things. Splitting the fields? No, the fields. I genuinely think the fields are fine as they are. Jeremy, to you it would, to the likes of me and Landy, YouTubers and streamers, not so much, because we'd then have to basically start from scratch again. And use much faffery to get the map into a vaguely similar way. There's a reason that when there's updates I generally don't do them if they need new saves. Can't wait for Air Arden to come out. It is a very interesting map. Get a new sell point, Rainbow Stores, add some more grassfield missions. Yeah. I mean, I think the map needed that. Just the reason that I thought it was weird deaths on field 10, if I just pause here, and I'm just going to show you. The reason I thought it was weird deaths on field 10 is if I go to soil composition, like, I feel like that's not right. That doesn't seem right to me, the little square in the middle of the much bigger field. That's the main reason I said, like, maybe something's a bit wonky with the field defs. Yeah, everything's much the same, guys, in the update. The only big difference you'll notice is the BGA has lost its silos. Fix that. Sweet! How's the Abbey working out? Seems good to me. Somebody was saying the boom was weird. But, I mean, I don't have the boom, so I can't verify or deny. You don't even need to use create fields option. It's just because you don't own it that it's using the bog standard field defs. No killer butterflies. I don't get how people are upset about the weaponized butterflies being gone. Do I know Daggerwin? I know of him. I was talking to him earlier on, so I guess. I don't know him personally. Like, I don't talk to him daily, I don't talk to him very regularly, but I do talk to him occasionally. I think I confused him, to be quite honest, because I can vary from absolute maniacal comedy guy to actual serious dude making serious suggestions in the space of like 5 seconds flat. Can I show you what's new in the yard? I don't know what's new in the yard. This is the problem. I don't know what details Oxy's changed. It is more detailed, but I don't know what's changed. This is my conundrum. Everybody's so obsessed because, to put it very simply, Daggerwin's the biggest, and they want to know exactly how far YouTubers all knowing each other goes. The answer is quite. You know, most YouTubers at least know of each other. I'm not gonna say I know every farm sim. Yeah, I know of every farm sim YouTuber, but if they were to message me and say, hey, I do YouTube videos and I got, you know, X number of subs or whatever, then I look up their channel and say, oh yeah, this dude. Manure pit's new. That is something that he's changed. Did you've changed? Yes, the manure pit is changed. Or new, or one of the two. Field color doesn't seem to change. That's because the sun's shining down on it, Laser. If I look from this angle, there's a very clear difference between not manure and or not slurry and slurry. Show the new manure pit? Sure. I'll show you while I'm refilling the Abbey, because it's actually just over the hedge from... Manure texture mod in 17 was very good. I'm hoping to see a mod like that again, because I like having like actual textures for slurry instead of just magical wet field. So over there's the new manure pit, and I'll show it to you guys in a second. But first I've got to test my skills again. My skills have failed me. Okay, twitchy controls and reversing, not good. So, come on. There we go. Here's the new manure pit. It holds manure, and it is new. And it doesn't look new, but it is new. There is apparently some manure around here somewhere. I actually checked in the XML. There is some manure somewhere in here, but I can't see it. You should be full by now. Yes, you are. You have plowed 2 grass fields and you still get a good yield. You get a better yield if it's all fully sorted out. Hello, Traff. How are you doing today? SRF, hello. How are you doing? Oh, I still have coffee. Evening, James. I'm doing good, Traff. Good to hear you're doing good too. I do actually like how the sun affects the like wet bit of the field more than the dry bit. Like that is definitely something nice. A nice bit of added detail, because like on a sunny day you will see slurry kind of shining on a field. The grass just keeps growing. Yeah. Grass tends to do that. It doesn't generally care where it is, it'll just grow. It's in the items XML. Took me all of, well, somebody said it yesterday and I memorized it, which was a rare. And it took me all of 15 seconds to find it today. Which is great because I was actually looking for it after 5 o'clock. The stream very nearly had a completely different thumbnail until I remembered. Oh, I meant to use the Abbey. Hey, Blackout. Also, yes, you did hear me nearly do what I nearly did. I feel like we're doing well on this field. Like, I'm enjoying the fact that the slurry is going at a, what I count as a realistic rate, and we're moving at a realistic speed to spread slurry. Or at least believable speed. You think we'll see more mods being branded Lizard from now because of Article 13? Article 13 won't affect farm sim mods. Or shouldn't. Dave nearly demonetized himself. Laserbeam, if you don't know what you're doing, don't do it. I'm not gonna walk you through it on stream. Hey, Kai. You not got around to when you're spreading yet? I think this is the first time I've spread slurry in 19, is it? Because like you guys know I've got a fascination with manure and slurry spreading in farm sim as a whole. This texture's amazing. It looks so good on the seeded texture, I gotta admit. The funny thing is the XML gives you all the info you need. You know what you're doing, but you don't know what you're doing. Good. If you knew what you were doing, Laser, you'd have it done by now. You wouldn't need to ask me for help. I don't mind helping people with, like, this is what this is called, but I'm not going to run through a full tutorial during the stream, dude. Isn't there? There is a GS cheat to filth spreaders, yeah. But it's kind of nicer to just GS cheat the XML, I guess. I think it's better to just cheat the XML. Was Le Mans June, July? The Sebring 1,000 miles or whatever distance they're going for is on next month, though. Start next month. So I am looking forward to that. I will find a way to watch WEC, and I will watch WEC. June 15, 16. Sweet. That'll be my weekend off, guys. You know I always take a weekend off in June for Le Mans. This is now a tradition. Le Mans is my weekend off. Because I want to stay up for the majority of the 24 hours to watch Le Mans. How's the manure texture? Crap. Ba-dum-tsh. In before somebody didn't get the joke. That was a car. That was the Williams Laser, but if you actually read the Discord, you would have known that. If you read through the conversation as a whole. Think you're leaving that weekend for Knoxville? If you bump it... Text? What? Texture. I reckon the manure texture is crap, personally. But manure texture is always crap. Same as slurry textures. That's my opinion. My opinion is Williams are going bust. And before somebody doesn't get the joke and thinks I'm insulting the textures. Hey, Jim's house. I have to say, I am a fan of these, just the way the slurry texture plays with the seeded texture. Yeah, I can't see Williams lasting much longer than Formula 1, unfortunately. Arden is Mahusiv? I don't think so, Jim says. I would call Air Arden a medium-sized map. It just seems bigger because it's so tight. So a little thing, a little trick that you can do with maps is if you make them really tight, they seem a lot bigger than they are. If you set up the road system just right as well. And Air Arden has used both those tricks. Like, I don't mind how quickly it fills, to be quite honest. It's painful when it takes an age to fill, because like I'm stuck trying to fill time when it's filling, so I'm oddly fine with it filling unrealistically fast. Hey, Dice Fire. There were a lot of people waiting for this map, Martin. A lot of people very happy when it came out. The garden feels very Irish. It does. And the funny thing is, the maps that make it up, the maps that form it, I never liked. Am I going to be playing the Irish map? I don't know. Like, I like it, but I don't know if I'll put it on the channel per se. Oxy's avatar pick is literally just a little sign saying €50 if you test fast. That's how he gets everything through Giants so quickly, is he bribes them and never actually pays up. Hello, Hayden. Wonder how many people took that seriously. I always think like, I probably shouldn't say this, but it's really funny, and then I say it and it's like people just don't understand that I'm kidding. Hey, Harrison. Especially when it comes to like weird things that Oxy or people do, and like, I hear 3 months later like, did you know that Oxy bribes Giants? I'm like, no, that was a joke that I made up. I just hope that Class Weight DLC joke doesn't take off. How's my door? Yeah, it looks okay to me. Hey, Teddy. Yeah, Traff was saying that they're repainting the 7.4s into BOAC colours. Which is, I like that livery. That is so cool. Not just oh my god, are they doing the full repertoire including the old Speedbird? The original Speedbird livery? All 4 core companies? What are the 4 core companies? Like, I don't know the history of BA all that well. Is that a little puddle? Is that like a little puddle of slurry or supposed to be? That's... It looks like the game is generating little slurry puddles as I'm going along. That's nice. Yeah, FS, I need to talk to them about that, quite honestly. I always hate maps that have crops that just have no equipment to harvest them in-game. Because it just strikes me as nonsensical. I get that you can base them off existing crops and, you know, use harvesters for them, but I never like it. Doesn't look good. This is actually quite relaxing, I'm gonna be honest. Two small fields near a shop. Why isn't anything growing around the edge even though it's been cultivated and ploughed? Fields 2 and 3? Do you own them, Hayward? I'm gonna run some troubleshooting here because I know the answer. I know a potential answer at least. Do you own those fields, Hayward? Yes to both. Oh. Okay, I thought that shouldn't happen. BAC, BAE, Retro BA, and one other. I think FS there. I agree with you to an extent, but cotton is something. Cotton's a crop that's always been in demand in Farm Sim, so I think Giants made the right move putting in a crop that is constantly in demand. I agree that personally I would have preferred to see something that was a bit more European, but you know, 90% of American maps that come out have cotton on them, regardless of whether or not it's actually in the game. Historically, so cotton, I think, was a smart move. There we go. Cotton's better than sugarcane, but what isn't? Yeah. That's the two fields of missions, yeah, Oxy. But apparently, like, he owns them, which is odd. Hello, Spamulate. How is Spamulate today? Abbey spread on console? No. I don't know if it's going to make it to console, Teddy. From what I've been hearing, it's a bit more difficult to get licenses for console, unfortunately. Apparently Giants have changed the way that it works. Do I think in a political system DLC would be good? That'd be awesome. I think anything that adds a new way to do things is awesome. So like, I'm one of these people, I don't care what the DLC is as long as it's like something interesting or like some classics. It looks, the art looks a bit big on the Abbey. I've seen 7 hours pulling this. Like New Holland, or not 7 hours, T7s. I've seen T7s in real life pulling this and they're more powerful than the 6R. I'd love to see flower farming. Me and Landy both have this little campaign. Orchard farming. That'd be awesome. Woke up looking like a puffer fish. What did you do to yourself, Sim? They're funny, Laser, but they're not in the 1.1 update. Giants asked for them to be removed. Yeah, it sucks that these guys can't go to console, because CD has done a fantastic job at getting them in. And like, just using it today, like, I know a slurry spreader is a slurry spreader is a slurry spreader, but these just kind of feel better. I don't know how really to define it probably, but these feel better than the defaults. Maybe it's because there's something I'd see behaving in a way that I would see them behaving. That'd be the short wheelbase T7s, Jim says. Likes of the 210. In fact, that's exactly the tractor I'd see, is a T7 210. Which has more power than this John Deere, so that's why I'm fine using the 6R on it. I have seen 6Rs doing this as well. Any news on DLC yet? News is that soon we'll get news. That's all the news that is news. We're not gonna really get much of an update until it's ready. Because it's an Abbey. This is true. This is true, Glengar. For those of you that don't know, myself and Glengar are massive Abbey fanboys because they're made in kind of near us. Glengar's the other side of the county from me, but I'd still count Abbey as being made near me. Is there a mod contest this year? We believe so. We've not had any confirmation, but historically, yes. Tipperary engineering at its finest, exactly. There's only one number plate that can go on the back of these. The Tipperary number plate. Which actually has the fodder! Hey! Well done, CD. Is the Abbey not in console last game? Honestly, I don't know. The thing is that the licensing for console has apparently changed for 19. The way that you can license stuff for console, so I don't know if we'll be seeing as much outside brands on console this time around. You heard it here first. Breaking news. There will be news. I love the new dynamic pipe system they finally got in game. Abbey was on console in 17. Yeah, we'll get news once Giants have finalized the next patch for PC console. Well, I'm on the beta patch at the moment. If you're on Steam, you can download the beta patch by going to the beta branch. If you're on like a disc version or a Giants Direct download on PC, there is like a page on the website you can go to as well. How did I get this much slurry? It's called editing the XML. Watching the sprayer give you a new rule for the series at some point. I have to make them farm an organic farm. That's not possible, 6. Quite honestly, there isn't enough slurry that the cows will produce, or even the BGA will produce, that I could do that. Like, I started off today with 800,000 litres, and we'll see how far down it's gone already. Just in the one field. Only I would. Most YouTubers edit the XMLs, Hayden. Landy does it quite regularly to get more manure or slurry when he wants to do that. It's just kind of a done thing on YouTube, unfortunately, because there's no point in us like speeding forward 70 days and having the cows run out of food, and there's no point in us, you know, never doing it, because it's something you can do in the game and we like doing it. So this is kind of the middle ground that we have to choose. That's why I had the Manurotron 5000. So I've already used 600,000 litres of slurry. Or 350,000 litres. No, 35,000 litres even. Just on this one field. And that's for one application, and field 15 is not the biggest. So that's why I don't want to turn the farm into an organic farm. If the fields were a lot smaller, if it was the likes of Meadowgrove, then I think it would be possible. But I think on Marwell, it's just not a possibility of something you can do. Which sucks. Especially that's like, it's not something I could do and have good yield. I'll say that much. Is it just me, by the way, or does the field actually look better when it's been slurried? Like, is this just some sort of weird optical illusion that the texture actually looks nicer with the lighter colour of brown and less red in it? Hey, then. Any news on Meadowgrove? None, actually. I've not spoken to Nathan recently. It does, yeah, the texture does actually look nicer in brown. Odd. What's going on with the distance texture? It's apparently confused, Glengar. I'm not entirely sure what's happening. I don't think the game has an LOD for, like, this colour of ground with slurry on it. So it's just turning to... It might be because I've got grass down here, quite honestly. I don't know. It's just one of these things, the game goes weird a bit. I think it's because I'm slurrying a grass-seeded field and the game doesn't quite know what I'm trying to do here. I don't know if I'd want an extended Marwell straight after Marwell. I'd like to see maybe a different map in between. One or two different maps and then an extended, so that, like, there's a break from this map on YouTube. Else everybody just go Marwell. Marwell extended! Hey! We start over. Same if you just slurry a cultivator. Yeah, I think the game gets a bit confused. I don't think the game expects you to be slurrying cultivated fields like this, or seeded fields. Possibly Shamrock. I'd like to see Shamrock at some point. In 19. If only so that people on console can play it. I did not see the monstrosity of a flight plan, and I am not entirely sure that I want to. Hey, Costas. If you're enjoying the stream, by the way, you can hit the old like-a-roo button and you'll see more from me. Subscribe, maybe. And hit the notification bell. Also join the Discord for when the notification bell doesn't work. And I've got things and people set up in there that will tag you and will send notifications. Never made it to console in 17, Glengar. It's one of the great shames of FS17 is Shamrock never made it to console.
Hello, Dave.
Costas, thank you very much for subscribing. Welcome to the RainbowDave Madhouse. Hope you enjoy your stay. Map of Oakfield and the same. Yeah, I think people just kind of want a bit of everything from Oxy. Which I don't blame them. Oakfield was a really nice map. Shamrock was a really nice map. I think, it's not on console, David, unfortunately. It's PC only for now. It might make it to console, but it's doubtful. How many liters on this field so far? Roughly 35, 36,000. Well, it's actually more. It's nearly 40,000 now. Well, over 40,000. Probably up near 50,000 liters. Just on this one field, which is why I don't want to go for organic only, because I'd need like 100 or so cows. And I'd just end up constantly feeding the cows, and that wouldn't be fun. Cover a farm would be nice, but especially at this point. I think it would be in the most respectful way possible. I don't see Bullet Bill wanting to mod for 19. I think he's kind of done with the game as a whole, unless Giants can bring out an update that kind of fixes a lot with the game in his eyes. And that sucks, but it's his decision. He's his own person. He's allowed to have his own opinions. And I'm very much allowed to disagree with him. I don't have an Xbox, Costas. This is why I have been kind of avoiding certain areas of the community lately, Hayward, is like, I'm just tired of people complaining about everything, and I'm just like, eh. If I'm gonna go into the Giants Discord, I'm gonna have fun and play with stuff. So if ever you see me talking in Giants Discord, I'm either helping somebody do something, or saying something ridiculous. Sounds, I think, do need an overhaul. I think they do need some tweaks to the sounds. I'm hoping this Abbey gets fully dirty, by the way, because the dirt texture CD did for this is stunning. I may try and find the dirt command, just so that I get a fully dirty Abbey. And have people, as a result, complaining about me that the Abbey's dirty. Suppose the most problem of the game... I don't know if it's just the one problem. He has several complaints, including, like, he's not a big fan of the lighting system now, and the sounds aren't very good, but... Yeah, at the end of the day, his opinions are his opinions, he's entitled to them, and I'm entitled... You know, whoever wants to disagree is entitled to disagree. Whoever wants to agree is entitled to agree. It's all personal preferences. I very much prefer the way that this game looks, behaves, and performs. Although, yes, the sounds do need an overhaul. What platform am I on? PC. I'm just using an Xbox controller. Do I still have oh, I'm out of coffee. The worst part of my day, I am out of coffee. Just because people like something... Yeah, people get offended when you disagree with them for whatever reason. I don't get the point of that. Like, I can kind of see his... Like, people's complaints with FS19 in some areas. In others, I can't understand it. Especially when it comes to the graphics, because this is the best looking farm sim game yet. I mean, it's actually got a sun. That is a huge improvement over 15, 17, every other farm sim where the sun was just this magical light in the sky that you never got to see. Peter J... Morton, I'm going to be very blunt about Peter J. He likes going into hiding. He will disappear for months at a time, then come out with like a load of pictures of his next thing. So don't count Peter J out. Matt and Bill... They're just not happy with how the game is at the moment. He might kind of... They might change their minds, they might not. Who knows? It's up to them, and... There's no point complaining about it or shouting at them about it. You know, they're entitled to not want to mod. It's a hobby. You see this map in 19 shows how good the graphics are? Yeah. Hey, Hayward, I generally just don't look at forums anymore. Like the community... or parts of it, for whatever reason, have come down like a brick on FS19. And it was rushed. It was rushed out. It should have been given more time, but there wasn't a choice there for Giants. It had to come out when it came out, because they had to get out before Christmas. Otherwise, they would have just lost money hand over fist. Long and stressful day tomorrow. You've a vet coming to test all the cows for TB. Ooh, worst day of the year then, Sim. Hopefully it's all good. Everything was brighter and perkier. I disagree, Bucko. I think everything's brighter and perkier in 19. There are occasionally some odd sheens on stuff. I will admit, like, sometimes things get a bit washed out. But I think the detail work now shows up a lot better. Hey, Andy. NHC, hello. Like, it's in a way great for the modders who want to put extra details into stuff. The guys that go the extra mile, like CD, because he basically gets to start everything with a blank slate and go ham. Those on the Abbey hurt your eyes and the sun's on it. It's maybe a bit overly shiny, but I don't think there's much you can do. FS17 looks more... Yeah. FS19, to me... And some people will criticize it for this. Some people will use this as a criticism, but I count this as a... kind of a compliment. It kind of looks and feels like you're playing with model tractors. Like, it's still got the cartoonish vibe, and like it's not 100% like this is what you'd see in real life, but it feels like you're on model farms, and I think that's amazing. That's kind of the feel that I'd love in a farming game, where like it's not 100% true to life, and you can do some silly stuff, but if everything looks like it's, you know, on a model farm or a toy, well, is that not what you kind of want in a game? Is, you know, the disconnect from realism, in a way? You have to see water splash. That'd be awesome. That's something that might come in the future. Just bear in mind, Giants are constantly trying to up the detail work and stuff in the game. I don't know how many people would agree with me on the 19 looking like a bit of a toy. The model farm is a good thing. Because like some people say, oh, it should look like 100% realistic. I'm like, no, I kind of like where it is right now, where it feels like you're on a model farm, and there's kind of a disconnect from like the real equipment to the equipment that's actually in game. I really kind of like that. Patches up massively. There were issues with 19 originally. Like, I'm not gonna pretend like it's the most perfect game that ever perfected. There were problems, big ones, but Giants were working on it, and I've been working on it. Has the... Oh no, the indestructible bucket has stayed where it was. There's a lot that everybody could say that'll make Farm Sim better, FS, but there's only so much Giants can do. They are still a small company, and for them to pull this out of the bag is pretty damn good. We're up to about 80,000 litres on the field, by the way. R's bigger than T7, 210, 210 HP versus 250 HP, 6 ton versus 10 ton. JD is taller and longer. Is this 250? What's 280? Oh yeah, this has more. Okay, yeah, you're right then. Farm Sim's on machinery-based. Real-life farming isn't like that. Yeah, that's why I don't mind this kind of looking like a model farm, because it's kind of what you do on a model farm, is just the machinery-based stuff. These puddles are default, dude. The slurry tank is a mod, Sebi. If you're on PC, you can download it from 4D Modding's Facebook page. If you're on console, it's looking like you won't be able to get this at all, unfortunately. The puddles are default, Hayward. That is Giant's level of detail now. Press the wrong button there. Glengar, no. This, by the way, is the top speed. I'm not just limiting this to 10 kph for fun. This is as fast as I can go with the spreader on. You loved it and you love Farm Sim. I never had a model farm. Tyler, I intend to play Marwell until people start hating it. This is going to be on the channel for a long time, as long as I can keep it on the channel. Especially with the crowdsourced challenge going. But I'm always going to be on the lookout for new maps that are interesting, just to keep the channel fresh. So I'm not just a one map channel. Or a one game channel, which is why I've got the Flight Sim Fridays going now. Hey Brendan, I'm doing good, how are you? Nokia 3210 Master Race, yes. I think by necessity maps will have a longer lifespan. Because I don't think we'll be seeing as many maps coming out on the mod hub in just throughout 19. Transport Fever on Saturdays? Maybe. I'm trying to get a bunch of mods from Kernel Failure to work, and they're just not working together at the moment. Yeah, Oxy, I'm with you there. I think the way that mapping has gone, and how complicated it is, just people naturally won't be able to get as many maps out. Can I add Slurry? Yes, I cheated into the game myself today. How long have I been on? Just over an hour. You've only just been notified. Wow. Simulator Guy, join the Discord, seriously. Yanis pings everyone daily when I go live. Just because YouTube notifications are notorious for being delayed. How can you do it? Edit the items XML, but if you don't know how to do it right now, probably better off not doing it, because you can very easily break stuff through XML edits. I'm gonna say this very bluntly. You can break a lot of stuff through editing just save game XMLs. So if you don't... yeah, Ernie, that was me accidentally setting the stream unlisted. If you look at the title of that stream, Ernie, and then compare it to this one has 2 extra dots. What's it under? What's what under? Got him. Oh, it's in your save game, items XML, but if you need the tutorial, please don't do it, because you can break the entire save game by messing that up. Each map takes a lot of hours, there's over 400 hours on Oakfield. Yeah. The problem with doing YouTube, and I think Oxy can appreciate this, is we don't really get much time on maps. Like, we are on a map until popularity drops off, and then we, by necessity, have to be on something new. Like, myself and Landy always have this problem, is like, we'll be on Oxy's maps for as long as we can get away with it. We'll be on, like, maps that we really enjoy, and it's almost always Oxy maps, because he's just so damn good. But once the popularity falls off enough, you'll see us suddenly just jolt away from them and go on to a different map as kind of the main. And it's just a necessity on YouTube, unfortunately. Because we've got to stick with what's popular, and right now, that's Marwell. Possibly as well the Abbey. Hey, VF. Looks silly in places. All maps look silly in places. If you look at certain maps in the right way, they'll all look silly in places. Most hours I've done on a map is about 300, maybe 400. Like already I'm up to over 20 hours on this map, I believe. Time played 28:11, so I'm almost at 30 hours. Any news on Gwenthur? No, none yet. This is Noxie's biggest fan. Bear in mind, Hayward, that 90% of the time, actually probably 98% of the time that I've played on this map is on YouTube. It's the items XML, Christian, but I'm not doing a full tutorial on how to do it in the middle of the stream. Hello, Chris. How are you doing today? How are we now? Oxy actually means no regrets. He says sorry, he means no regrets. Random invisible walls and fields. Ooh. Yeah. I'm dying with a toothache. I know that feeling. I've had that problem for like the last week on and off. You asked me a question. You already have, Brendan. Congratulations. You have no regrets either. There's something about Oxy maps that are just addictive at times. How's the little Deutz doing, by the way? It's gotta be nearly finished with that field now. Whoop. Whoops. That, just give it a spin. I am enjoying how the LODs are just pooping themselves on these on this field right now. They're just so confused, they don't know what to do. We are almost finished. It only took like an hour to slurry this entire field. Fill capacity? No, don't change the fill capacity, you need to change the fill level. Who likes mince pie in a bun? I like mince pies, but I've never heard of them being on a bun before. Hello, Tom. Taco Cat is spelled the same way, forwards and backwards. There's gonna be maps, nothing wrong with them failing, that passes. That happens though. Jim's house. How come we got the Abbey Muck Spreader, not allowed the Abbey tanks? It seems, Brendan, as if the way that you get licenses for console and you get allowances on consoles changed for 19. So I don't know if we'll see as many like non-base game equipment mods on console this time around. So naturally my answer to that is Giants! More brands! All of the brands, please, in game. Hey, Farm Feature. I'm doing good, how are you? See, this is the joy of being single, guys, is I only have myself to answer to and I hate myself. This is the joys of it. I've got nobody to annoy other than myself. You're looking at PCs. I think PC, if you want like brands that aren't in the base game, is probably your best bet. Because I don't know how many non-base game brands will be on console now. So pleased you did. I think you'll find a lot of people doing that. And then kind of, as time goes on, the people who've transferred from console to PC will start slowly but surely start modding. And that's good news for Giants because it kind of future-proofs the game for modders. What's my PC specs? Exclamation mark specs, Brendan. We'll get you my specs, because I can't remember off the top of my head. You can sit there. The Deutz is finished at long last. Field 19 is finally plowed. I forgot how loud the Deutz is. Okay. They are to an extent, Glengar, and that's because console is just more profitable for them. Like Blood Dance or console is where they get the majority of the sales, so they're going to focus on getting as many sales as they can, naturally. Who do I think will win Six Nations? At this point, probably England. Right, let's return the Deutz. It's been completely ruined, so... There we go. Deutz be gone. Next job... That is, yeah, I still need to edit the sound on that. Next job is going to be involving this boyo. You have fertilizer in. Nope, I don't want you to have fertilizer in. If you're wondering how to do that, by the way, it's whatever control is on your method of control to unload. So, like, if you're at the BJ or something, or at that silo and you want to unload something, same control. So it's RB and Y on, right bumper and Y on Xbox controller. World Cup was where it's at? Pretty much this year, yeah. Yeah, console actually adds the number of PC downloads. Because you got people who want to play it like with their friend on console and with their other friend on PC. Or who transfer to console, or transfer to PC from console, so it does benefit the game as a whole. It's that, like, I don't understand people who say, oh, going to console is the worst thing Farmstone ever did, because it annoys them mildly. It's the best thing they ever did from a business sense. Because they're making more money than ever. Hey, Chad. You're late to the party? I'm still streaming. You're not late at all. You're only late if I'm saying goodbye. I would argue, Glengar, the gameplay elements they're adding are geared more towards the general market than just PC. Is the Deutz the same volume? I don't know. Somebody was saying to Landy that I've got a straight pipe Deutz, and after looking at different configs, I think I might have the straight pipe version. So the sounds might actually be different on the smaller Deutzes. Well, PC get the most mods. We also, yeah, PC gets bulk. PC gets quantity mods. Console gets quality mods. There is the big quality versus quantity thing going on between PC and console mods, and console wins out on quality, but PC wins out big time on quantity. So what I need to do now is just throw a line down in this field as basically as quickly as I can. Buildable farms is more for... I don't know, I would argue it was also for PC, for people who maybe didn't want to use G. It's a very simplified method. Hey, Dekmar. So what I'm going to do once I got the lime down is I'm going to confuse the crap out of the LODs by throwing some slurry down here as well, probably. By the way, tomorrow's video is going to be one that if you're not a fan of me tidying stuff up, you can probably miss. Because it's going to be a yard tidying episode. Lack of scripts to stop you playing console. It would stop me as well, but then again, Jeremy, we're both used to using scripts. So... yeah, tomorrow's video, I don't have it recorded yet, obviously, because the yard's still a mess, but it is going to be a yard cleanup episode, because I've had a few people shouting at me that my yard is a mess, and it needs to be sorted. There will also be a wheel spin. So, there's a double whammy tomorrow, so I'm hoping the wheel spin doesn't ruin my plan. Even if it does, I'm going to prioritise tidying the yard. A few people and a Fahy, yes. Fahy likes his farms being overly tidy, so whenever I'm in multiplayer with him, I just abandon stuff everywhere to annoy him. And you just... every single time we recorded the Nasal multiplayer, I just abandoned something at a random point on the map. And about 5 minutes later, you'd see Fahy just toddling along in a tractor trying to pick it up. Every single time without fail. We have a tractor on grain cart, of course, play brings the map alive. Yeah. When you have... I haven't done this in many years now. Probably since I was 13, but... I used to completely automate farms so that I just kind of watch Courseplay doing the things, and it was really kind of nice. But it wouldn't make for good YouTube because it was literally just me watching Courseplay for a few hours at a time. Is it possible to get digestate from the BJ on the map? Can't seem to find a trigger. Let me zip over to the BJ and find out. Just bring up the map so that I know where I'm aiming at. It's over there. Fantastic. There's a tree in the way. Slightly less fantastic. So let's see. Hey, Witchhead. Let's see if there's a trigger for digestate at the BJ. It used to be called slurry, now it is actually called digestate at long last, as of FS17. So let's see where this trigger is. That's not it. I would imagine it'd be one of these two. That's water. You got the same problem as digestate. Well, if that's the case and people are having issues, let's look at the triggers here. Let's see, is there a trigger point anywhere around here? I just want to verify first that this is going to show triggers. Yes, it is. So, this is killing my FPS, by the way. So any lag you're seeing is 100%. Aha! There is a trigger right here on this pipe. This is the slurry trigger. This is where you get slurry from the or digestate from the BGA. So, I hope that answers your question, guys. About where the digestate trigger actually is. When in doubt, if you've got DevTools turned on, F5 and look around the place. You'll find the trigger fairly quickly. Hello, Nathan. I hear you're sending Meadowgrove on like Monday or Tuesday to Giants. Apparently. Not sure of the reliability of the person that said it. No offense. You're still here. Hoping to have it to them by the end of the week. There we go, there's the latest update on Meadowgrove for those of you that wanted it. Those of you that are eagerly anticipating a much smaller map than Marwell. This is going to take a while to do this field, isn't it? Meadowgrove for console, hopefully. Where do you find them in your spawn point? It's going to be... I don't know where it is, actually. Dakmar, now that you mention it. I would imagine it's going to be in with the cows. If Oxy's done the same trick that he traditionally did. Is Q18 back up to strength yet? Not yet, no, Jeremy. Hopefully quite soon. Hopefully in the next few weeks it'll be up to the new full numbers. Hey, Kathy. I unblacklisted it because Number one, I'm... John's media partner, it doesn't look good if I'm blacklisting console. Number two, that whole thing with console has died down a lot since it annoyed the crap out of me. Still surprises me to say that I am a Giants media partner. Still sounds wrong. Muck spawns in the shed. Thank you, Nathan, because I had no idea either. It's better to embrace them and ask them to please stop asking about everything. That's lime, Kathy. It reduces the acidity of the ground when it's worked in. Map makers should put this as a wait mod. When they send it in, is it would go to the top of the queue. Hey, Hedgehog. I have no idea, Glengar. I don't. I think it's more of an if, personally, than a when. Because I really didn't do well out in Germany. I didn't come across well at all on the streams, and I'm annoyed at myself because of that. Hopefully it'll allow me to go into more debt with Lime. Oh god, it won't. I've got to pull out more loan. Oh. Am I? I'm doing good. How are you? Just created 67 round bills. Field 17, lots of stacking. Ooh, fun times. Strange crop out. Yeah, but I didn't do well on them, Glengar. Is the problem. Like, the first day I was half asleep, the second day I was a rabbit caught in headlights. And the third day was the only day that I think I did well, but at that point I think it was a bit too late. It was a learning curve. It was being dropped in the deep end and I couldn't swim. And by the way, I'm being possibly overly tough on myself about that, because that's the way that I learn things. So like if like, just as I was saying, Glengar says I'm being a bit harsh on myself. I'm always harsh on myself, Glengar. That's how I learn. If I've got a lesson to learn, I will drill it into myself. And I always prefer to be more negative about stuff that is awesome and expect to not get kind of awesome cool things, because then if I do get awesome cool things, it makes them even better. So this is kind of my mindset, is like, I expect nothing, and if I get it, it's... This is true, VF. But I always expect nothing. If I get something out of it, then... You know, if something great happens, then it becomes better because I don't expect it. Like, it's just always been my mindset. You can go back however long on the channel you want, and I've always said, I expect nothing ever. So when something cool happens, when something awesome happens, it kind of makes things better. Makes it a bit more special, a bit more awesome. Mine was most entertaining. The last day was just us messing. Like, the launch day was just the three of us messing and kind of having a chat. What do I think of FS19? I like it. I wasn't 100% gone on it when I first tried it. Especially with keyboard controls. But now that I've moved over to either being on a controller or on my wheel, I feel like it's a lot better. So if you're not enjoying the game, if you don't like how it controls with keyboard, try something else. Try like an Xbox controller or something. You might find that it suddenly feels a lot better. Because I'll be very honest, I'm not a fan of the way keyboard controls work now. It's a lot more difficult versus 17, yeah. It doesn't feel as natural to me. Which is why I've been on, like, with my wheel kind of out of action because my room's a disaster and I need to sort it, and that's something I'm hoping to do at some point soon. Possibly next Monday. Because Mondays now are just me taking AFK days and sorting stuff around the house. So don't expect streams on Mondays. It actually lets me come back on Tuesdays with a renewed vigor. It's odd. Fridays do the same, oddly enough. It like gives me a break from Farm Sim, from the day in day out kind of monotony of the same streams constantly, and it's nice to come back and do something. It's nice to do something different, or just take a little break from streaming and come back the next day and be like, yes, now I know what I want to do. Also, I'm considering taking Friday's stream off. I've got an invite down to visit a friend. And I'm kind of mulling over whether or not I want to take up on that. Trying to figure out the call sign. Sadie Prince uses me, flies as private 777 BBJ. I would imagine it's just gonna be the reg because it's a private plane. Yeah, I need some time off now and then. Yeah, I'm just trying to decide for myself if I want to like take an extra day off this week. Ignore it, Kathy, is the best way. Just ignore the drama. It's the best way to deal with it. If you're getting bullied, just ignore them. Could it be Charlie Romeo November? Why don't I do farm for 4 and flight for 2? Because farming does a lot better than flight sims. Hey Jamie. And Laserbeam, these streams are my job, so it is literally taking a day off. It's a day where I don't make any money, so this is my conundrum. Don't know where you find milk at the cow pasture. Oh, I've seen the milk trigger. I can't remember where it is, Dagmar. I have seen it. I just can't remember where it is. Especially when you're known for farms. Yeah, that's why I'm doing flight sims, is to kind of break that reputation. Near the manure pit, is it? So right in the cow shed. I think there is in 1.1. Yeah, the Deutsch did a pretty good job on this. I'm not looking forward to trying to, like, harvest this corner, but eh. Jeff, what's that? Something I need every so often. Sorry about the background noise. My mother's vacuuming the stairs. Could always do a Solar stream. I could. Yeah, there's a vacuum outside, so there's just background noise going to be constantly happening, unfortunately. I'll only do better when I feel better. I'll come out on stream. This is true. And, been feeling a lot better than I have the last couple of months recently. Yeah, the sound is the vacuum. Deal with it. You had half a day off, you hated it. Yeah, like, taking a full day off sometimes is really boring, but it's... especially when you kind of need to be on top of your game all the time, something that needs to happen. I'll be getting a vacuum next. No, I will need to bring the vacuum in here at some point, actually. You got 1,000 litres of barley on the Starfield, which is barley. That's terrible advice, quite honestly. My advice is the better advice, because it keeps you out of trouble. If you take gyms, you will get in trouble yourself. What's cheat code to get money in game? Yes, cheat money. But you need to have the cheat mode active. The background noise is totally the turbo on the John Deere. Yeah, I'm not gonna complain about that. Because the stairs did need vacuuming. Timing is bad, but meh. Ooh, my sister's coming home tonight. Hey. Don't even listen to your mother's advice, so someone else tells you the same thing. Well, I can tell you from experience the best thing you can do is just ignore it, or... like, if you're getting bullied, then... tell somebody. Tell, like, the teachers or something. Take control of the situation. It's near the end, so vacuum's not... yeah, exactly, Ennis. If I was just after starting to record, then I'd be really angry. Or just after starting the stream, then I'd probably be frustrated, but we got, like, what? Literally minutes left. In fact, I'm not surprised. I'm almost surprised that Lanny's not live already. It's getting louder. She's getting closer to the door. I'm sorry. School's super violent where they have to replace walls and doors. Your point being, Kathy? Report it to a teacher. If the teachers can't keep control of the students, then I'll escalate it. Sounds like a school where the police should have a presence. Worst thing you can do in a school like that is just bow to the violence. I cannot apologize enough for the vacuum in the background. Special needs school, the youngest is year 7. Yeah, don't escalate it, Kathy. Keep it. Don't escalate it yourself. Don't become violent. But if, we'll say, something happens to you, then escalate it correctly. Yeah, go to the police, go to the principal, go to the Department of Education or whatever, the managing board of the school or something. Don't just become violent because somebody else is violent. Hello, Sylvan. You haven't been informed? It's a day that's not Monday. Landy's live. That is great timing, because the vacuum is literally outside my door currently. So... Police came to school, the student was arrested. that is probably the best thing for them, quite honestly. But that is going to do it for today, guys. Head on over to Landy right now, or you can watch today's video if you haven't already. Where we dealt with the pigs and had to take out a loan. I had to bow to the pressure of the loan because I needed the pigs more than I needed no loan. I'll record eventually tonight, once the vacuum's gone probably, and it'll be a yard tidying episode. I'm going to finish this off camera in between now and then. So until next time, like, comment, subscribe and whatnot, stay safe, and goodbye.